I think it's now time to move on with the second batch of industry presentations. I would like to call to the floor Pamela Wilgos, Executive Vice President of Marketing and Sales at Kongsberg Defense Aerospace. Pamela, please do come to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. It seems we're in a bit of a transition here, but given the time that we have, I'll give you a few words about the company itself and how we can contribute to this very complex national and global security situation that we find ourselves in. I've been in the defense industry my entire career, and I have to say that I have never experienced anything as complex as what we're seeing today. And certainly having a conversation about a potential nuclear attack in Europe is really hard to believe. It's hard to understand that we can be in that type of situation as it is today. So I'm going to talk about our company a bit, which is smaller than the earlier industrial companies that have presented here today. We're a small nation. Norway has just over 5.5 million people in its population. And we're a nation that's just as concerned, maybe more so concerned about the security situation we find ourselves in. We have the position of NATO in the north, and we also have a border with Russia as well. So we are very concerned about the national security, global security, and certainly the security of the NATO alliance. So with that, I'll give you a few words again about the company itself. We are, again, small to medium-sized as a company, just over 11,000 employees. And we are located in Norway with various companies and locations internationally across 40 different countries. We have over 200 years of history in the company, a very proud history over the time that we've been established. And the evolution of our portfolio has really extended not only because of the innovation of the company, the employees themselves, but also because of the partners that we have and the customers that we serve. Poland itself represents a very innovative change in our portfolio when they took our naval strike missile and for the first time defined a land-based launch capability with our naval strike missile. So again, the innovation and adaptability in our portfolio has come not only from ourselves, but also, again, with our customers that we serve and the partners that we have. If you look at the business over those 200 years, it's dependent on a number of different factors. 4 of those key factors are listed here on the chart, but I really want to highlight again going back to partnerships. I think that is important for all of us. Not only within the alliance, but within the close allies that we have as nations. Those partnerships and the trust that's built up between our nations and between industries are essential for our global security. That is a very important factor for a nation like Norway, as small as what it is, and for our company, as small as what we are. Our partnerships are really a key to our success and the innovation that we need going forward to address the security situations we're finding ourselves in. Going back to the first piece, again, everything is really tied to our people. People are the essence of the company, and they're also what creates the company as we are and develops the partnerships that we do have. We have a number of key defense products and systems, which I will come back to. But along the far end of the chart, you also see some of the other areas which are essential in the company itself and in all companies. When you consider how important it is to ensure that all operations are happening within the framework of social and governance, that we're well within those boundaries to ensure that we have and maintain a license to operate. One word that we probably will start to hear more and more in the future as the crisis eventually begins to evolve into hopefully a more peaceful situation is sustainability. Climate change is going to be a threat for the global security picture as well in the future. And we can talk about the energy crisis as well that has come, as well as the attacks on the Nord Stream pipeline as well. So there are a number of factors that not only beyond the traditional and conventional conflict that we're seeing, but we'll also begin to see additional conflicts arising coming because of climate change. So our company, again, very focused on doing what we can to contribute to minimize impact on climate and contributing to whatever positive effects we can. If you look at Norway as a country, we have the second longest coastline in the world. Small nation, long coastline. Thus, the interest and the investments that have been made in the maritime sector. Ocean economy, everything driven out of the maritime space, the maritime sector, is very important for Norway as a nation and also for our security. If you look further to the north, again tying back into climate change, less ice in the Arctic means more traffic, more open coastlines in the Arctic region. That, again, will also become very, very important for all of us in the future. So Norway's investments, along with our company's investments in addressing what we need to have for maritime security, whether it's surveillance from space on maritime activities, harbor and coastal surveillance, are essential for our national security as well as for NATO. Autonomy is also an area that we're seeing evolving over time. So anything that we're investing in tied into the maritime sector with autonomous shipping, again, trying to alleviate any impact on the climate, also has a spillover into the defense world. Autonomous capabilities are coming stronger and stronger into the defense sector as well, and that's an area we're also investing in and considering how we can leverage into the defense portfolio. So if we look at our defense portfolio, we have a number of niche products. We are not, again, a large company, so we have to focus on very high-end, very capable systems that support Norway's and NATO's security, defense security. So when we focus on our product developments, we do so along with our customers and again with our partners to ensure that we have what we consider the best of these defense capabilities in their niche areas. So whether it's moving from air defense to strike missile capabilities, remotely controlled weapon systems, all of those have to be at the top of their class to be able to compete in the defense sector and to be able to provide our customers the capabilities that they need. So again, we have to have the best of those capabilities. So going closer into the portfolio that we do have and that's been built up over the years that we've established ourselves as a company, air defense, again, has been mentioned on the panel just previously. We are a part of that integrated, layered air defense solution with our NASAM system. It is the most sold air defense system within the NATO nations, and the very first air defense capability that was a networked air defense capability and solution. Strike missiles that we have within our portfolio, again, designed based on the very unique requirements coming from Norway with its very complex coastline and a very large ocean space that it needs to monitor and protect. Fifth generation strike missiles, and the only strike missile that can fit within the bomb bay of the F-35. All of those, again, driven by our customers' requirements. Space was also discussed earlier today by Raytheon when they talk about the importance of having that overwatch capability from a much higher elevation. Also very critical for us, again, going back into the maritime sector and monitoring all of the activity coming through the polar orbits. Kongsberg has the largest ground network based on pulling down data and delivering the data coming off those polar satellites around the world to our various customers. Remotely controlled weapon systems, again, a very important soldier protection type of capability, enabling remotely controlled weapons, allowing soldiers to remain within the protection of any armored vehicle or any platform that they're operating, rather than exposing themselves directly to any type of enemy fire. Command and control, also an important part of our portfolio, really coming back from the 70s when we first started with our combat management system capability. IBCS, command and control, any interoperability, all of those aspects are essential in our portfolio of capabilities as well. One last comment before I close as well is the fact that having a very strong defense industry, building partnerships to ensure that you have a strong national defense industry is very, very critical, and we acknowledge that. Our partnerships within Poland are very important to us. We've established and have recently opened our missile maintenance facility here in country. Having that capability locally, being able to support those systems locally is essential. National security is tied very closely to a strong defense industry. And we're very happy to be a part of that here in Poland, as well as our allied nations and our other customer nations. Thank you very much for their time and attention today, and for the opportunity to speak to you during the security conference. Thank you.
Pamela, thank you so much. That was extremely informative and insightful. And now I would like to call to the stage Kate Smith, Campaign Director for International Partnerships at Babcock International. Kate, please do join us on stage.
Dzień dobry. Good morning. I was at the lovely reception last night at the end of the first day of the conference and found there were one or two people there who didn't know our company as well as we'd like them to. So it's great to have this opportunity to introduce Babcock to you, this select audience. Please go out and tell your friends afterwards. Great, it works. So Babcock is a UK-based international defence company supporting the armed forces in the UK as well as key NATO allies and beyond. We employ over 28,000 people in the UK and overseas. We have a leading naval business and provide value-add services across the UK and through our mature presence in France, Canada, Australasia and South Africa. We operate in and export to other international markets as well. And this image you see is HMS Queen Elizabeth, the Royal Navy's aircraft, one of the two aircraft carriers. This was, and indeed is, the largest engineering and shipbuild program in the UK ever. Babcock played a critical role in the Aircraft Carrier Alliance, working collaboratively to deliver this project and strengthening our position as the UK's leading naval support provider to the Royal Navy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need me to tell you that Russia's unprovoked aggression in Ukraine has changed the defense landscape in the region out of all recognition in the last year. We've seen NATO expansion, the adoption of NATO's new strategic concept, the fresh look at capability requirements and increases in defense budgets in the region across the alliance's eastern flank in particular. And the UK government and military have played a key role in direct support of Ukraine, leading and mobilizing the international community's response. So, as a British business, that makes Northern, Central and Eastern Europe a strategic focus for us in Babcock in the broadest sense of security. That's defense, but also energy and critical national infrastructure. Babcock's intent is to partner with industries, governments and militaries in the region to support their response to this changing environment and to help them, achieve their capability ambitions. And we do this hand in glove with the UK government, helping it deliver on its strategic partnerships with countries like Poland and Ukraine, and through close collaboration with the UK Ministry of Defence, the Royal Navy and the British Army. And our programmes can be supported with attractive long-term finance packages guaranteed by UK Export Finance, that's the UK's export credit agency, spreading procurement costs over more manageable periods. And for the main markets in this region, lending packages of at least 4 billion are available. So we start from a strong base in this region, as you can see from the map. In Poland, Babcock is already supporting the Polish Mierzchnik frigate program, and we've signed a tripartite agreement with the UK and Ukrainian governments to support the Ukrainian naval capability enhancement program. So a little bit more about Poland. With Poland, we're developing an export package of warship design, build, and sovereign support, providing a blueprint for future opportunities. We're forging a long-term industrial relationship between the country and the UK. And working with our Polish colleagues, the Arrowhead 140 will be built in Polish shipyards by local workforce and contribute directly to the well-being and prosperity of the Polish shipbuilding community and country as a whole. This program will help forge collaboration and interoperability between both navies. Our commitment to Poland is long-term. We have just set up a local entity here from which we will grow our presence and continue to transfer technology and know-how. And we have applied the same partnership approach with Ukraine. So following the signing of the tripartite Ukrainian Naval Capabilities Enhancement Program, we entered into a cooperation agreement with Ukroboronprom to work together to invigorate the supply chain for Ukraine by working with local communities to help deliver jobs, skills, and wider economic benefits. Now, we aspire to do more with both countries, Poland and Ukraine, but our ambition is to bring our work to work in the same way with new partners in the region. We follow a game-changing and collaborative approach to defence through leveraging that UK government support, not only to deliver world-class capabilities to our customers, but by also bringing real economic and social benefit. Everywhere we work, we prioritise skills development, local job creation, and helping our partners develop their own export markets to create a sustainable industrial legacy. But Babcock is not only a naval shipbuilding and sustainment provider. We're also a provider of all vehicle maintenance, repair, and overhaul services for the British Army in the UK and when deployed overseas. And of course, the Ukraine conflict has demonstrated the vital need in land warfare for protected mobility. And that cannot be delivered without reliable support arrangements, which can be delivered at distance to the front line. So working with military authorities and industry, including the full range of OEMs, we see ourselves as the potential architect and leader of jointly operated support and maintenance centres for land-based vehicles in countries throughout Eastern Europe. And as experts at delivering in-country manufacturing effects, positioned between the OEM and the local business, we offer transfer of knowledge and technology, individual and collective training, obsolescence management, maintenance programming, spares and stores management, and digitization of vehicles. And while this has been a war that has demonstrated the basic importance of military mobility and firepower and its availability, it's also been a digital war. Babcock's Mission Systems division is a trusted provider of integrated solutions for global defense and security as a technology-driven business unit. Also equipment agnostic as a systems integrator, Babcock's Mission Systems collaborates with the very best in industry to provide a wide portfolio of solutions across all domains. And the need, as we've just heard in the previous session, the need for accurate and comprehensive surveillance and targeting, for robust and integrated communications across domains, anti-electronic warfare capabilities, and a variety of autonomous systems have now been proven on the battlefield. So Babcock's Mission Systems develops and delivers a variety of effector solutions, including autonomous systems and weapon handling and launch systems for submarines. And we're not only in defence. Babcock is the largest UK-owned civil and defence nuclear services provider in the UK, operating on all key UK nuclear sites. Through our wholly owned subsidiary Cavendish Nuclear, we're a leading provider for civil nuclear, new build, operation and maintenance, decommissioning, with a growing international presence in Japan and the US. We recently entered into partnership with the US-based X Energy to deploy XE100 advanced modular reactor technology. And we're supporting many other nuclear technology technology providers who have interests in the UK and across Europe. Again, our collaborative and OEM agnostic approach is well suited to this growing market. So to sum up, this is what we do. We deliver availability, affordability, and capability, and we do it in partnership. We work together with governments and militaries to help them design and deliver their required defence and security capabilities. Our policy, defence and security experts support them in making the right decisions and choices, and our world-leading engineers deliver those capabilities in collaboration. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why we do it. This is Babcock's purpose. Roll video, please.
For over 130 years, we have helped to defend nations, protect communities, and save lives all around the world. But we know there is more we need to do. People, populations, our planet, they are all at risk. They need us more than ever, and we are determined to play our part as one united team to create a safe and secure world together. This is our purpose. It's why we exist and what we always strive for. It drives every idea, every conversation, every action, and with our committed people, collaborative partnerships, exceptional engineering expertise, and incredible strengths in defense, security, and aerospace, we are changing how we live and work for the better. Together, we are creating a safe and secure world for everyone. We are Babcock.
Thank you for listening. We have a stand outside. Please come and talk to us if you'd like to hear more. Thank you very much. Dziękuję.